A Divine Mercy Care Moment, June 23rd, 2022. Alongside Divine Mercy Care, I want to give a public shout out to the Catholic Arlington Diocese Shepherd, Bishop Michael Burbidge. He happens to be my bishop also. Welcome to A Piece of Hope, commentary conversation at the crossroads of medicine, reproductive health, bioethics, and faith. Hi, I'm Dr. John Bruchalski. Of the 275 bishops in the United States, only 19 have issued public statements supporting Archbishop Corleone after he issued a statement to Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House, putting her on public notice that she is forbidden to receive Holy Communion, unless and until she publicly repudiates her support for abortion rights. Last week, during his podcast, Walk Humbly, Bishop Burbidge called on President Biden, stating, quote, "I find it very troubling that President Biden continues to contradict the most basic teachings of the faith he professes. This is causing great scandal when he announces both his faith and his pro-abortion position publicly. I pray that he will change that position. I pray that he will repent of the scandal and the damages that are being caused." Now, is Bishop Burbidge speaking only to President Biden? Or may he be speaking to the rest of us, using the small c Catholic, meaning universal? Is he speaking to you and me? Is he speaking to men and women of goodwill, believers of all faiths who work in the field of healthcare? Is he speaking to all practicing Catholic physicians and providers and medical assistants and staff at Christian Catholic healthcare institutions and clinics and university medical centers? Is Bishop Burbidge calling the question of our post-Roe reality to simply examine our conscience? Is this the real lesson we ought to learn during these times before the Dobbs decision comes down, and then after, if abortion is sent back to the states for legislation? Is it really about examining our conscience? Remember, religion and faith are there for when we are wrong, not really when we are correct. From our perspective, this is a Divine Mercy Care moment. Jesus is simply asking us today, through this current event, do you love me? The Mother of God is telling all of us, do whatever he tells you. Will we have the courage to open the eyes of our minds and our hearts? Will we be vulnerable enough to do so? The first Divine Mercy Care moment is that this decision of Dobbs is giving us the opportunity to evaluate abortion for the violence that it is, and the truth that it is not even close to healthcare for human flourishing, and that women deserve so much better for healthier choices than pitting mothers against their unborn child alive in their womb. The second Divine Mercy Care moment of this time in history is to help us look at ourselves and not to demonize those on the other side, no matter what they do during this summer of rage. The third Divine Mercy Care lesson is that we need to examine our own hearts, that place where evil and good fight for dominance, fight for being on top. Are we going to be able to look at ourselves, especially those in healthcare, to look deeply at the medical and scientific and genetic and biological truths, as well as our political affiliations and approaches to policy issues? Will we have the guts enough to look inside and look at this most polarizing of issues that up till now we may have taken a stand on, or we might have just looked the other way? We might have been lukewarm. And we've heard a lot about what the Lord does to the lukewarm. Will we have the courage as providers of obstetrics and gynecology that when caring for a pregnant woman we see two patients that are present from the moment of conception to the birth of that child. Anthony Esolen recently said, "The power of truth is such that if you wait long enough, your enemies themselves will confess it, though they may not understand that that is what they are doing." Counting that there is still a conscience desiring to ask themselves if their actions and thoughts contain truth and mercy. More often, though, people who play at one thing while supporting and promoting the opposition will simply blunder into contradictions. That's where we are today, folks. Can we see this moment in time as a divine mercy care moment? Will we be able to pull the planks from our own eyes to illuminate the darkness that's found in our hearts? Will we really take a good look at ourselves? Will we be like Schindler of Schindler's List? Could we have saved one more? Absolutely, these are divine mercy care moments. Mercy is always beneficial medicine for all of us. So please like and subscribe and tell others about this channel so we can continue to push out this message. And from under his mercy and her mantle, thank you for listening. God bless. Take care.